Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. This is Faulty Screen. I'm Ryan. That's Derek.
Hello.
We're getting back into the swing of things here.
Yeah.
It's been a few weeks. We tested out a new microphone setup in the last episode, and it didn't sound as good.
Yeah.
It didn't quite sound as good, which is too bad because it wasn't an expensive mic, but it was a condenser mic. It was a cheap condenser mic.
Yeah.
But I think just let me throw out.
Having to use one mic for two of us, just the distance
is the problem.
Yeah,
so
I
eventually maybe we'll get a second one when things get going, and we'll
get all this fun
do
sound
this
equipment
properly.
Yeah.
But until then,
become true Let's Players where we yell at everything.
exactly. But like we don't have to be Let's Players to yell at everything.
You do.
Oh. Oops, that was the wrong. I thought I changed.
I mean,
my
if
shield.
you want to be famous, you do.
Oh yeah, that's right. If you want to be famous, you just got to yell at everybody.
If you want to be famous, you gotta be you gotta have an irritating character personality.
You're right. As evidenced by a couple of different.
Every YouTuber. I'm not.
Every YouTuber.
I'm not gonna name
ever.
names, but all of them.
They're all
Well, but I mean, that was the thing. That was the YouTube thing for the longest time, and now that they've solidified themselves as that personality, they can get away with being said personality without it being, oh,
weird.
you're just copying someone.
Yeah, well, because they led the way, right? So.
I mean, yeah, like, and that's, it's hard to argue that, but.
But I don't know. That's not my thing.
No, that's not really us.
No.
I
mean,
fucking helmet.
Fucking goddamn shit. Fuck that. Anyways,
At least the boar stays dead.
yes. There's a few places in this game where I'm like, you know what? It's really shitty that this guy respawns every time you die.
Yeah.
But there's not very many.
And Orlando. It's the worst.
Yes.
It's
and
the worst.
Orlando is where a lot of that shit
I
is
hate
like.
that area.
I don't hate the area. The area is really cool.
I guess the area is cool, but it's such a marked.
Fuck. Oh, I'm stuck.
It's
Oh,
such
I'm
a
stuck. Oh, I'm
marked
stuck.
increase in difficulty.
I literally couldn't move.
Oh shit! All those souls gone. Whatever.
Fucking goddamn it! That's so stupid.
Well, I guess he did also lose 2 humanity.
Yep.
Whatever. The problem is I had with Anna Orlando is that it felt like such a marked difficulty increase compared to the other areas. Like, you know, sometimes like, oh, you get to a new area, it's a little bit more difficult, I felt like Anna Orlando was a huge jump. Like
It was.
The basic enemies were very, very tough.
The basic enemies were bosses from other levels.
Exactly, and it's just like, ugh.
But that's not the only time it happens.
No, I don't doubt that, but I'm just saying, like, anytime you see that, it's, I guess, like, the demon area, like, in hell.
Exactly, right? That's the same thing. That's, like, literally just a compilation of all of the bosses.
Yeah.
All of the little bosses, anyways. But, yes, I see your point. But I guess for me, it was just, like, it was difficult.
Yeah.
And it was a marked difficulty step up kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
But also, it isn't until the boss of that area that I'm like, fucking die. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Ryan!
Well,
I was laughing because you drop kicked that guy after you killed him. You booted him off the cliff.
well, that's what you do with the people you kill, right?
Yeah, very
You
true.
kick them off cliffs so that you don't have to look at their corpses anymore.
True.
At least that's what I do. I don't know what you guys do with your dead bodies.
Yeah, I don't like looking at them. It makes me feel bad.
Ugh, okay, I gotta...
Hey, do you know what? This is part of Dark Souls, right? It
is.
The Dark Souls syndrome. Like, you just get used to it.
Yes and no. Normally, I don't struggle this much on the first fucking level.
But I mean, I find that's the way it is. It's like, you might not die a lot, and then you'll just die again and again and again. Something like, do I keep dying here or before here when I've been able to get past here every single time I've done it before? No problems.
Yeah, that's true.
And I find it just happens. Like, it's the Dark Souls syndrome. You assume that you're going to be fine.
Well, but that's where the problems are, right? Because as soon as you assume anything, and you get too confident, I should have gone after him, but there's no room. You get overly confident, and then when you get overly confident, you stop and you do stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Or you'll let a fucking guy stab you with his goddamn fucking spear for no reason at all.
Oh dear. Retrieval.
100 fucking souls.
Hey, and you got a humanity somehow.
Oh.
I don't know.
Actually, I think the rats drop a lot of humanity. Yeah, you can usually lead them right off the cliff. If you
Oh
try
yeah,
hard
rats
enough.
do. I remember that now. Yeah.
Rats drop humanity quite a lot. Hey, buddy. You also want to run off the cliff for me?
No, I got stuck.
Yeah, you do.
No,
Aww.
this one's smarter.
You're not an idiot like your friend. That's too
I
bad.
hate their eyes.
Why? What? You were off the edge. Why didn't you fall off? There we go.
Because his front wasn't off.
That's, yeah.
His front paws were not
But
off.
he stood up. Which means his front paws were not on the ground.
No,
which
but
means he
his-
should have fallen
His
off.
character box wasn't.
I know. But character boxes and reality, Derek,
Are two different things. You're
And-
right. That's
and I
why Dark
want
Souls is a
character-
bad game.
it's, yeah. Dark Souls is a bad game because character boxes don't...
Hey, do you know what? I've been saying it for years. Dark Souls is a bad game, and nothing has changed my mind about it.
No?
I think no. I don't actually hate it. The thing is, I can be harsh on it, but I think it's because I believe it deserves criticism, and I think a lot of people don't criticize it because they think they can't.
Oh, totally.
And it's because it's the same mentality of like a TV show that everyone loves. You're not allowed to say it can be bad because how dare you say it's
How
bad?
dare you say this thing that I love is bad, and then you get
Yeah.
crucified online for
Yeah.
saying it's bad.
Game of Thrones. There's a
Yeah.
lot of bad episodes in Game of Thrones. Like, I would say there's more, in my opinion, more boring episodes than interesting episodes the past few seasons.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like, do you know what? If you're into the social intrigue and that sort of stuff, fine. But I don't
Well,
care.
but you know what? The social intrigue was what I personally what I thought made that game or that
Game of
show
Thrones.
what made that game fuck now I'm doing it made that show great is that it was about the political intrigue and it was about the espionage and like this and that and the other, and in the last few seasons it's been a lot more about like the big fantasy world war than it has been about the intrigue and the actual like right, and I know a few people who have told me that they are less into the new episodes because they're less about the stuff that got them hooked on the show in the first place, which was the political intrigue and the
See, I like the other stuff more personally, but
well,
I mean,
and I like them both, and that's the thing.
I
is
think-
so like I don't mind, and I like.
I
the
think
new
the
seasons.
problem is that
Fuck,
I also
why
don't-
won't you kick?
you might want to heal. I don't like his writing style either, so I think that's it.
That's why I fuck off. That's why I didn't read the books.
Oh,
I tried to read the first book.
They're tough. They're a tough read.
They are.
And it's the same as, say, Stephen King's writing. Like, I find his writing boring.
It's very excessively descriptive.
Yeah, I don't care how many times he has to tell me that, how big and bright the, like, church is before it turns into Demon World or some stupid shit. Or the aliens come down.
Which one are you?
I don't know,
referring
all
to?
of them. They all have churches and demons.
You're not
Other than
oh
it.
my.
Other than it, it's an
fucking
alien.
lock
So,
on.
I mean, spoilers, it's an alien.
What's an alien?
It.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's an alien. Sorry to tell you, but...
How did I not know that?
Stephen King likes to write about aliens.
That's probably true. Oh, come on. That was a fucking backstab. You dingus. There we go. Jesus Christ. I'm really bad at this game, apparently.
That's okay.
Alright.
You're good.
So-
Now down the stairs.
We're making some progress.
Yeah.
Not really, actually, though. We've gotten nowhere in this episode
Hey,
because...
that's okay. Don't chase after him. Remember, there's guys who are coming to get you.
Yeah, I know.
See, the ambush is if you chase after him there, then there's those two guys
And then those
there.
two guys come around the corner, which they didn't last time.
Yeah,
and that's why I was confused.
Because when you use the alluring skull, they got let out.
Oh, I bet you that's
Yeah.
what happened, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Man, I'm just like really sucking today at this game.
Hey,
Holy shit.
that's okay. It happens.
You happen. What?
I don't know, man. I'm just
Oh, there's 3 of you now. Sweet! More murder!
murder.
No.
Murder.
Murder.
Such a good movie. Hot
what?
Fuzz.
Oh, yes.
There ain't no.
Yes.
Oh, you're so worried about murder.
Murder?
Any luck killing the killers? Yet, actually, just one killer. actually.
Just one killer, actually.
This is so stupid because they talk about the swan literally like 2 minutes before that point.
I just watched World's End again.
Yeah.
Last night,
Yeah.
and that one is just so good.
Oh, I think
so
my
good.
favorite out of the 3 is still Shaun of the Dead though.
The classic, the original.
I think that's why. Like Hot Fuzz is great because it's just over the top and stupid. World's End is great because once again over the top and stupid. But there's something about Shaun of the Dead that's just like like, man, this is just the best one out of all three.
It just does it for you.
Yeah.
I understand.
And, you know, there's certain ones in a series. It's just like, out of the Lord of the Rings movies, the best one is
I don't need
Return
to
of the
kill
King,
him again.
right? Like, I mean, there's no better Lord of the Rings movie than Return of the King. Fellowship sucks comparatively.
I would argue yes, actually. I wouldn't say it sucks.
It was not as fine. It was bad.
I also wouldn't say it was bad.
It was very bad.
I would I would disagree. However, what I would say is that fuck you.
Oh, I don't know why you just hold your shield up and yeah, there you go. See, like that.
Because I was trying to like.
See, like look at how much easier that is than trying to do it your method.
Fucking.
You get 0 damage.
Not 0. You take stamina damage.
Well, you don't lose health, dingus. Yeah, dingus.
Yes, Fellowship of the Ring is a great movie.
Yeah.
All 3 of them are great movies. But as far as like intensity and action goes, the Return of the King is obviously the most intense and the most action filled. So, you know, there is that.
Two Towers is also pretty good.
Yeah, I like them
Once
all.
again, another book that is really hard to read.
Is it?
I found they were very difficult.
I mean, the
to
whole
read.
series, I guess, yeah, was pretty difficult to read.
It's fantasy babble bullshit. You know how those like. There was another guy coming, by the way.
It's the writing style of the time, though.
Oh, I 100% know. Oh, maybe he just kicked the body of the other guy.
I think he just kicked the body.
I'm sorry about that. I lied.
You freaked me out.
I saw something coming. I was like, oh, it's one of those guys.
Oh shit! There's 2 of them.
But oh, no, I know what you mean. But it's just I'm not a big fan of fantasy babble. Like, get on with it.
That's totally fair. I mean,
and I think maybe that's why I like the Shannara series. It felt like they didn't do a lot of the fantasy babble.
okay.
And weird thing is, I had no idea until like the show came out. I was like, why do they show like post-apocalyptic things, right? Like they have like broken down ships, and Emily's like, yeah, because it's post-apocalyptic. I looked at her, I said, no, it's not. She's like, yes, it is. I'm like, sat there, I was like, I've read this series like 4 times.
I don't even know what the Shannara series is, so.
It's elf bullshit.
Elf bullshit.
Someone,
Sweet.
the first book is about a guy who is descendant of like the elven hero king Shannara.
Okay.
And that's like the last name, I believe. I can't remember if it's the first name or the last name.
Hey, look, I did it this. Oh, fuck you.
No.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
But yeah. Oh, nice. But yeah, so pretty much it's like, oh, he's the only one who can kill the Witch King, the Warlock King, something like that.
I just realized something.
Yeah?
I'm fat rolling.
Are you?
Yeah, the shield's too heavy.
Oh, dear.
Which I didn't realize before. And maybe that's why my, like...
Wooden shield.
No, this one.
No,
that's too heavy, too.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Alright, well...
No, that's not the shield you were using before.
Are you sure?
It was definitely not. It was a wooden shield.
There we
There we
go.
go.
Maybe that's why I've been playing so poorly.
Maybe. You're not used to the fat rolls.
Yeah,
But,
that's what it is.
yeah, so guy has to go...
Fat rolls.
Guy has to go kill Warlock King. He's the only one that can wield the Sword of Shannara, which is a really powerful sword that can kill said guy. And it's all about his journey. And then the next book, the Elf Stones, are about like his descendants. The like guy from the first book,
Okay.
his savior, his kids, kind of are his descendants. Who once again, only the Shannara people can do shit.
Oh, of course.
And then the third one, the Wish Song, is the same idea.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's I find it a very interesting book series because it's kind of a neat take on the idea of a series of books that are connected but not necessarily follow the same character.
Okay.
At least the first 3, and then they change it as like later on. Like there's like 40 books in the Shannara series now. Like different side stories
okay.
and different things like that, right? And they made what I don't understand is they made a TV, like a mini-series of the Elfstones, the second book. But not the first book. I'm like, why would they do that?
I mean, in the same way that people do all kinds of weird.
Yeah, and
shit.
I think I know. Actually, thinking about it, I think I know why now. Is because in the Elfstones there is a romance part in it, so it's just like that.
That's what it is.
That would sell money.
As soon as you add romance to a movie, producers are like, "Yep, we're gonna do this."
Yeah.
You know, it's like The Hobbit, and they're like,
Well, the
we're
first
gonna
one-
add a love triangle, even though the actress had it in her contract to not have to be in a love triangle.
Or she wasn't even in the books.
Also that. But, and I mean, that part doesn't bother me so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. You know what? Fair. Creative license.
You know what?
Like,
Creative license, everything in those movies pretty much comes from some part of the appendices or another, except for that.
Yeah.
Because the producers were like, nah, we need a love triangle. We need to have a romance somehow.
yeah. And sometimes there's interesting stuff from, like, changing stuff. Like the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. How they've changed up a lot of how the characters actually interact with each other.
I would just like to say, well, I'm going to make this episode a little bit longer. I'm just going to, fucking...
Kill this guy.
Fuck.
Okay.
Because we've literally just done the same thing 3 times. And I apologize for being so terrible that I couldn't have done better. But
That's okay, don't worry about it.
This is where we're at. So, fuck you and your bullshit. Hiya!
Oh, he shield bashed.
I rolled into his attack.
But yeah, so you know the whole part where Tony Stark at the end of the first Iron Man movie says, "I am Iron Man"?
Yeah.
That's actually an ad-libbed line.
Is
that
it?
That wasn't in the script.
You know what else is ad-libbed? In the Avengers movie, when he's sitting eating fucking grapes or raisins or whatever, he was actually sneaking them on set. They didn't know he had them, and then in the scene, he just took them out and started eating them. Oh, I got greedy. Made an error.
I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, by the way.
How was it?
Really good.
Yeah?
But
Looks
I really liked Ant-Man.
I also really liked
And a lot of people
Ant-Man.
did not like Ant-Man.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was the
Why?
first one that was the comedy version, right?
Oh, I guess.
And that was the very first one that was a comedy movie in the cinematic universe. Because you got to remember,
guess.
this was after, that takes place after Age of Ultron. And before that, there weren't really that much humor. There's a little bit, but not really a ton. So you had Iron Man 2, you had...
Fuck you, Chandler. Your fucking bullshit.
Like, you didn't have a lot of humor in it, and then they threw that in there, and then Deadpool came out, and Guardians of the Galaxy, and people then loved it at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because people had been kind of warmed up to the idea already.
yeah.
I'm going to open up this shortcut, by the way. That's why I came this way and extended the episode.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, so that I think that's why they did what they did. But I thought Ant-Man and Wasp was really good. They have a interesting scene at the end, like the ending, like the mid-credit scene. That more or less it connects to that Ant-Man is going to be in Avengers 4.
Well, of course he is. Everybody else is... Wait.
Not everybody else. It's
not
fine.
everybody else.
I don't even care. It's been long enough, in my opinion.
Fine.
It's
Spoiler alerts if you care about this.
Well, the thing is, now the other Marvel movie connected to that. Like, it connects to it. So, I mean... nice. That was a really good roll. But yeah, so... I'm not going to spoil anything for Ant-Man, don't worry, because that literally just came out.
Yes.
But the mid-credit scene kind of connects to the whole Avengers 3. So, it's a very interesting take they do on it, and there are some theories about why that's happening, but I'm not going to talk about any of the theories because it could spoil stuff. I mean, so I'm not going to say anything.
It's appreciated because I do want to watch it. Also, though,
yeah.
I totally assumed, like, literally right from the beginning that he had to be in it because there was literally nobody left. Well, like half of the Avengers are gone. Half of the superheroes.
I think they're more or less going for as close to the original Avengers as they can, like the actual original Avengers from comic books,
which is pretty cool. Oh fuck.
No, it's okay. You'll be fine.
No, but like, I need
roll. Yeah.
There we go.
But yeah, so like, so if Ant-Man's in it, you have Ant-Man, you have Captain America, you have Thor. You have Black Widow, you have Hawkeye, you have Hulk. It's like those are the original Avengers.
They are. It's
other
true.
than Wolverine and Spider-Man. Like, I mean,
Wolverine and Spider-Man.
Well,
yeah, I forgot.
Wolverine won't be in it. No, definitely not.
No, because Hugh Jackman's done.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if Hugh Jackman's done or not. They're not going to have the character of Wolverine. You're fine.
No, but I wanted to go down that hole.
You can't get anything in there, can you?
I thought you could.
I didn't think there was anything in there. I thought it was just you dropped down.
Maybe, but then why is there a glowy light thing coming up?
Because there's glowy lights everywhere in this game. Push A to get rid of that stupid thing.
I don't wanna. I wanna sit and stare at it.
But yeah, so fun fact about like Wolverine and stuff. Comcast dropped out of.
Hey, buddy.
Comcast dropped out of purchasing the rights for making X-Men movies.
Oh, really?
Because Sony was selling it off, right?
Oh.
Just like they're gonna do with Spider-Man at some point here.
Sony?
So it looks like Marvel's the biggest name who's wanting, or Disney at least is the biggest name who wants to buy the movie rights to.
Which is funny because Disney owns Marvel.
They own Marvel, but they don't.
And they own 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, they don't have the film rights to it.
No.
And that's
not that movie, anyways.
No. So it might be we might see the X-Men in a Marvel movie sooner than later. And I believe personally they'll probably do a.
Oh, you're right. If I'd fallen through that hole, I would have just probably died.
You wouldn't have died, but you've been close to death.
It would have been sad.
Yeah,
we'll leave it at.
I don't believe they're going to do a reboot. I think they'll probably kind of continue with the X-Men Future Past sort of versions.
Okay.
In my
hope
opinion,
so. I hope so.
I don't think they'll do a reboot. They kind of how like they did the new Spider-Man movie. You know, it's not necessarily that Spider-Man is like, oh, he's learning about his powers and stuff. He's like, he's already got his powers. He's already got everything. He's good, right?
He's already figured his shit out.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, he's got it. It's still like a coming of age story per se, but it's not necessarily the.
I feel like there's a better way to get down there than the way I was about to go. But I could be wrong.
I would heal before you drop if you're going to.
Yeah, I guess we'll just fucking do it.
Yeah.
We'll just fucking do it and hope I don't die. Sweet.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to go down the bottom of the. Damn it. So, don't do what I did.
Okay.
Go down the empty hole in that elevator up there. You just drop down there, and then you can walk right out. It's much easier than what I just did. Don't do that.
But yeah, so like I liked how they did the new Spider-Man a little bit more. Like
the Homecoming one.
Yeah, I really liked Homecoming. I
haven't actually seen it yet.
It's a really good movie.
It's one of the only like Marvel movies I haven't actually seen.
I would recommend seeing it. I thought it was probably one of the best ones that they released. I think that and Black Panther have been my two favorite Marvel movies.
Wait a second. Oh, here we go. There it is.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Black Panther was sweet, actually. Okay. Do I want to go and get the binoculars?
No, because you might die.
Probably not. I can probably run away from everything enough that I can get. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna run through here, grab all this shit, and get out.
But yeah, so I think.
Excuse me, sir. Oh fuck.
I personally believe that I liked the Spider-Man and Black Panther more than.
Yes, Zweihander.
More than I did the newer Avengers movie.
Really? I really liked the new Avengers.
The new Avengers movie was good, but I also felt pretty bored by it at the same time. A lot of parts of it. Yeah. But I understand because it's an exposition movie.
Oh, fuck.
And I think maybe that's why I was kind of frustrated with it.
Oh, fuck. I'm stuck. Oh, fuck.
And then you did.
Well, it's fine. I got all the shit. I got all the shit that was down there.
Yeah, but you didn't get your souls. Your souls are gone.
I can get them back.
Not true.
So we'll end the episode here.
Yeah.
Movie episode. That was a weird episode. I will go back, get my souls, and we'll pick up from there.
All right. See you guys next time.
Bye.